Said that true God power is Pascal Beverly Randolph said that true God power is sex power. The most intense, most powerful experience that a human being could ever experience is an orgasm where the soul opens up and allows an individual to talk directly to God. Pascal Beverly Randolph.
What do blue jeans, magic mushrooms have in common? The dye used to make blue jeans is colored indigo. When you have a bruised magic mushroom, the color is indigo. What's crazy is the same color that's in the dye of blue jeans is the same pigment color of a bruised mushroom. Now let's talk about chakras. You have your third eye, pineal gland, and or the seat of the soul. The color of that chakra is indigo, which brings us back to genes. I mean, not those genes. We're talking about genetics. If you are melanated in America, 10 times out of 10, you have receptors for psychedelics within your genes. So if anybody ever asks you, now you know, what do blue jeans, magic mushrooms have in common?
You're not bringing nothing to the table but problems, attitude, and taint, tarnished, and zesty coochie.
Love is actually a demon. Now, right here, you have the patron saint of Valentine's Day, Cupid, but Cupid is not an original idea. Let's deal with the original idea. See, Cupid is a Roman idea that's based on a Greek idea, and that Greek idea is the personification of love or demon known as Eros. This dude right here. Eros was the Greek god of carnal love, relationship love, boyfriend, girlfriend love, husband, wife love. Eros was the Greek god of carnal love. So before Eros, there was no concept of boyfriend, girlfriend. But that's how the Greeks did it. They had demons or daemons, personified spirits of the human condition, and abstract concepts formed a large part of the Greek pantheon. Their names are simply capitalized nouns. For example, Eros is love. Now, how do you know that this is true? Because I guarantee you have been in love with somebody and thought that this person was the end all be all. And I guarantee you done broke up with them and y'all argue and fight because love is a demon.
Hey babe, it's something that I really want to talk to you about, and it's really important.
What's up, babe?
It's this word called accountability, and I'm really trying to take that. I'm just thinking about all the ways that I used to treat you, and I'm realizing that I was really fucked up, and I really need to change my ways, babe. Like, I need to improve. Then I started thinking about the financials and how I really need to contribute more money to the household. So here you go, nigga. You my man, and I'm gonna take care of you. You is my nigga.
And at the same time, whichever way you judge me has absolutely no impact on me because I'm completely stoned.
Bitch, I ain't friendly.
Hey, Susie, I just want to start this new business with you. I think me and you should partner up.
I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, shouldn't you wait? You don't know anything about starting a business. I don't know anything about starting a business. It just seems like we're setting ourselves up for failure.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just not start a business then. Hey, Susie, I just want peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. Hope everything is all right out there. Hopefully y'all can hear me all right. Today, this video is actually brought to you by my Substack, The White Rabbit. So if you visit the link in the description that is titled article, you'll visit the Substack called The White Rabbit. It's free to join, or you can pay $5 a month for premium articles. I would say around 75% of the articles are premium. However, 25% of the articles are free. And there may be a time where I release premium articles after a certain amount of time. A lot of the stuff on there is free. But if you refer friends, you can get a month free of premium. If you just refer 3 people, if you refer 5 people, you can get 3 months free. If you refer 25 people, you can get 6 months free of the Substack. And this is completely free. All you would have to do is copy the link and share it on your socials, right? And it's free for your friends to join. There's no catch. It's just if you want to get the premium articles, you would pay $5 a month or $55 for the whole year. The reason why I started the Substack is because I'm an author. But before I get to that part, you would click the link in the description and you would hit the header and you would look for something that says leaderboard. And once you click leaderboard, you would copy the link. You could send it in an email chain, post it on your Facebook, put it on your Twitter, or just share the link wherever you're online and you congregate at. The more people you refer, the more free premium articles you get. And of course, I appreciate all the support and love for those who do. But back to what is the White Rabbit? What is the Substack? It's an opportunity for me to continue to write. As an author, I'm always between books, and it gives people like a key into what I'm writing about. If you were to visit the archive on the White Rabbit, you can scroll down all the way to the bottom. Some really good articles at the bottom. Some of the first articles that I written, very powerful stuff, which I would call like introduction to magic. And of course, this is all going to be all of the major, not all of it, but there's a lot of things in this that's going to be compiled into the new Money and Metaphysics book, where we're just trying to just get real deep into ceremonial magic, ritual magic, and just shadow work, manifestation, divination, things of that nature. So with that being said, yeah, visit the Substack, and once again, you can join for free and read all of these magic articles, which I will call foundations: banishing, sigil magic, and of course the foundations of sex magic, which I started off there, and it's kind of been like I started the Substack in 2023. It's 2024 now. I think I'm getting closer to the Money and Metaphysics book. But I'm definitely going to dive deeper into this blue magic. So the next few videos, the next few articles is just going to get into different variations of blue magic. Now, what is blue magic? Blue magic is taken from, I don't want to get the name wrong. I'll share this tab, but I'll come back to it. So the book is called Liber Chaos, right? And it's by Peter Carroll. Okay, Liber Chaos. And I don't know if people would even understand what I'm saying. But I'll put it in the chat for those. It's like a $15 book, but I'm telling you, it's a stupid. I said Peter Chaos. That's not his name. His name is Peter. That's a dope rap name though. Peter Chaos. Peter Carroll. All right. So blue magic is, so I just to let people know, I didn't just like make up a term and just start spouting out what blue magic is out the side of my ass. Right. Peter Carroll. And then we also channel Nipsey Hussle. Today we're going to be channeling Pascal Beverly Randolph. But a lot of this magic and ceremonial magic and ritual magic is a lot of channeling and tapping into certain entities and energies and spirits that have transitioned or have not transitioned. Well, probably for sure have transitioned, but you know what I mean. Transition is, you can transition into many different things, right? So in order enable for a person to tap into certain spirits and energies, one has to get down with the get down. And what I mean by the get down is ceremonial magic. And so blue magic, in a slew of whole other magics that will more than likely get into on this channel at some particular time, right? In the realms of chaos magic, it can be broken down into 8 primary colors, but each color has a certain energetic vibration to it, right? And blue magic just deals with wealth magic, prosperity magic, money magic, income magic, getting the maximum return on your income tax magic, so forth and so on. So to get in, this is a addendum to the compendium, which is called Blue Magic, right? But the foundational article is called Blue Magic, Ceremonial Magic for Financial Abundance. That is a paid article on the White Rabbit, like I said, for as little as $5 a month, or just simply refer 3 family members to the White Rabbit, which is, I'm going to drop at least 2 articles a week if I can. If I took a break off, it's because I'm human and I go through shit. But other than that, you know, I am an author by trade. I make my money off of writing. So I'm going to make sure to write, journal, and bring forth the downloads. And if I get any type of download, any type of writing, is going straight to the White Rabbit. So be sure to tap in, subscribe, and that's going to be the first link in the description. So why are we here today? We are here to talk about try. Okay? We are here to understand what it means to try. First off, TRY is an acronym that has been channeled by Pascal Beverly Randolph. This sigil that's on the screen is a sigil by him, but it also ties in to blue magic, bliss, and prosperity magic. It is a concept, it is an understanding. One of the major points that Pascal Beverly Randolph wants to get across, also I want to get across, when we discuss reincarnation, when we discuss spiritual things, spiritual powers, spiritual abilities, magic, ritual magic, ceremonial magic, chaos magic, spiritual ethics, dark magic, these are sciences and arts that Black people not only excel at, but Black people created the foundational understanding of what magic is. And so, with that being said, let's just, before we get into the getting into, why don't we just read the first paragraph of Pascal Beverly Randolph's Wikipedia page? Pascal Beverly Randolph, born October 8th, 1825, transition July 29th, 1875, was an American medical doctor, occultist, spiritualist, trance medium, and writer. He is notable as perhaps the first person to introduce principles of erotic alchemy to North America, and according to A.E. Waite, establishing the earliest known Rosicrucian order in the United States. So when you talk about the foundation to sex magic, ceremonial magic, and ritual magic, not only is it our shit, but it is our shit. So I'm just taking the time out in the middle of the night to, talk about bliss and prosperity magic. And the basic principle of TRY is just like it looks, right? When it comes to doing magic, ceremonial and ritual magic, you don't know if it's going to manifest. You don't know if it's going to manifest, and it might not manifest the way you want it to manifest, or it might not manifest at all. But you still have to try. You still have to put forward the effort of doing the ceremony, of doing the ritual. So TRY is just what we do as Black people, as Black spiritualists, as Black occultists, because there is no real space and lane for Black magicians. I'm telling you this, it ain't no space for us in the world. We can't talk about this type of stuff because the more that they talk about religion and this and that and that and this, the better it is for them. And at the same time, the thing that's going down, sex magic, ceremonial magic, ritual magic, that's the only thing that's working. So, further exploration in the concept of TRY would be trust. If you don't trust the magical process, then you're not going to initiate the process whether it is education, practice, trial and error. You'll just understand it to understand it, but never foray into the immersion of what it is we call magic. And it's just so sad that this conversation is reserved for everybody else but us. When it comes to us, we just gotta be regular, degular, working a job, going to church, going to school, how much money you make. But if you told somebody, man, I'm a practicing occultist, they would look at you strange. Ones in the chat. If you can hear me okay, give me a one in the chat, a thumb up if everything is right, everything is vibe. Give me if you've been listening to me thus far and what I'm saying is making sense. Go ahead and put a one in the chat. If you are learning new information and your mind is open to receive information, go ahead and put a one in the chat because we just want to just be clear and understandable this evening. We don't want no drama. We don't want to trigger nobody this evening. We just want to be in the process of divination, which is uniting the conscious mind to the spiritual mind. So, in order to do so, we have to deal with the invisible faculties of life, and that's a hard stretch to go from point A to point B, not having a bridge or a safety net. So therefore, you have to begin to create a bridge and create a safety net with your mind. And this is the T in try, which is trust the magical process. The R in try is repetition, but repetition would be repetition and discipline. Because without repetition and discipline, there is no growth in the practice. And the difference between a master magician, a master ceremonialist, a master ritualist is not whether they practice Ifa or not, whether they are divinated or initiated or none of that shit matters. If you want to do your work, you just need to be repetitious in your pursuit. If that makes sense to you, put a one in the chat because you might be under some form of pressure to be initiated into something you don't understand. And what are they going to do to initiate you into something that you don't understand? They're going to beat you over the head with repetition and discipline until you begin to fake like you understand it. However, you have a whole soul and a whole slew of ancestors that run the smorgasbord of different terms of divinations and systems that have been wiped off the face of the earth. And that's cool because where do you find these particular divinations? Do you find it in someone else or do you find it in your DNA? Let's put that in the chat. If you wanted to get some ancient bloodline ritual, would you rely on a scam artist or your DNA? Unless you're a scam artist and you have your own DNA to look at. But I trust that none of you here are scam artists. You're just here to want to know and tap into your soul. So, in order to tap into your soul, do you have to listen to someone else or do you have to tap in and tune into your DNA? I'm just wondering. And it's not, I understand that could be a hard question. That could be a difficult question, but the answer to that question, whether you like it or not, is to always tune in and tap into your DNA. And you don't want to get caught up in no religion or specific spiritual system the same way as you don't want to go back to church. But you may go back to church if you're not repetitious and disciplined in your own work and your own magic. Which brings us to the why and try. And that why is you. You are the why. You like that? I like that. I love that. It just hit me as I said it. You, YOU, are the why, or the WHY. You are the reason why you wake up every night. You are the reason why you dream for a better life. So why would your magic be concerned with attracting someone or doing something or being somewhere? Why wouldn't your magic be about you? The soul, your purpose, and all that is unfolding in your life through trusting the magical process, repetition and discipline, and understanding that you are the why. If that makes sense to you, type in you are the why. And however you hear it, you might hear it you are the letter U, the letter R, the Y, or YOUARETHEYOU, or in any variation. I just want that to sink in to somebody who's listening or somebody who's not listening, that maybe they'll begin to start listening when they start to realize that I am the why to my magic. And when anybody asks you a question, why are you doing whatever, or what are you attempting to manifest? You, your soul, your purpose. So, what is the purpose of try? Once again, what is try? Try is trust, repetition, and you. Try. TRY. Now, what is the goal of try? The goal of try is to tap into your inner guidance system. That sounds real cool, doesn't it, guys? It said we're going to tap into our inner guidance system. I'm excited about this. But first of all, when people tell you things, take a left, and I ain't driving a car, and you ain't gave me no directions, or you ain't even told me why I'm taking a left, nobody says take a left. You need context, especially when it comes to spiritual development, because when people say do this, but it's not the right time for it because it's a full moon, when really, like, so say for instance, you do rituals during the full moon. You do rituals during the full moon, but you don't do nothing during the new moon. Well, that's backwards, because if you were going to decide to do nothing, then it should be during the full moon, and you should do your ritual during the new moon. Not to say that you shouldn't do a full moon ritual if rituals are your thing, but if you didn't do a ritual during the new moon, when it was a time to set an intention, and you're not just going to just set an intention in your brain or in your mind or in your heart or in your words. The best way to set an intention is to set it within your subconscious mind. And the way you do that is through ceremony and ritual. So this is why the best time to do it is during the dark moon or during the new moon. So if someone says do a ritual, but they don't tell you when to do it, you might be out of alignment based upon the moon cycle. The same way as if you're walking through a rotating door. I don't know what you call those types of doors at the moment, but you know those doors you walk through downtown and they got the spin around thing. It's a certain point in that revolving door where you can't get in. And I know this has probably happened to you once or twice. You tried to walk through a revolving door and boom, you hit the damn wall or you hit the damn glass. You might have to hit a button, you might have to slide it to the left, and then you get in. That's a timing thing. You wouldn't dare say it doesn't matter when I walk through the revolving door. If it's closed, my ancestors will protect me. Does that make sense? Now, it might take a little bit more time and effort for you to slow down, organize your thoughts, organize your notes, get a lunar calendar, gain an understanding, do as much research as you can for it to make sense for you. The fact that plants grow different during the new moon versus during the full moon, the fact that we had a whole entire build in our previous new moon article video where we discuss the rising melatonin levels during the new moon. Now, to me, it's the same as a revolving door in the right time, or doing double dutch and saying it really don't matter when I jump in between these two ropes because my ancestors got me, versus practicing the particular right timing to get in there because it's more harmonious when you do it the right way. You're not going to bump your head in the revolving door if it's not accessible at that particular time. You might have to be a little bit more patient. And when we're talking about magic, ritual magic, ceremonial magic, setting intentions, waiting the intentions out, and then deducing whether our intentions even happened or not, we can get easily discouraged. This is why try is the axiom for doing this particular ceremonial and ritual magic, because you may or may not, leaning more towards the may not, get what you set out to get the first time you do it. Mainly because you want to do it anytime you want to do it and you don't want to pay attention to the cycles of the moon. So, when or why, what is the purpose of try? The purpose of try is to tap into your inner guidance system, and you don't do it any random regular time. This particular process is to be done at night. It is the alchemy of the night. Preferably done between two lovers. However, it could be done solo dolo. It's going to be hard to do it in a toxic relationship. Spirit really don't want you to be in toxic relationships right now. Do you feel that energy? Put a 1 in the chat. Maybe I'm just speaking out this side of my neck. So, alchemy of the nighttime would be a practice or an understanding of what you are doing when you are sleeping and what energy you're going to be utilizing when you sleep. Now, the same way that you would drink coffee in the morning, eat some breakfast, go to lunch, go to work, go to wherever, do whatever, that is daytime things, correct? Now, why do you then shut down at night? Say, for instance, you burn herbs during the day. What if you're not supposed to burn herbs during the day? You burn herbs and sage at night before you go to sleep, because the herbs and the sage assist you through the astral realms. It assists the spirit. It feeds the spirit. It clothes the spirit. It washes the spirit. It purifies the spirit. It heals the spirit. It invigorates the spirit. So when the spirit returns to the body in the morning, there are particular downloads and understandings because the particular maintenance has been taken care of The reason why certain spiritual things don't make as much sense to you is because you're not doing it at the right time. You're doing it during the daytime when that's not even a spiritual time. The sun could be positive, right? Or it could be negative because it blocks the spirit. It reduces the melatonin. And if you just willy-nilly this spiritual shit, it won't get you nowhere. However, if you do all your magic at darkness, if you do all your magic at night, if a person says, nigga, you don't even do magic, that's good. If a nigga know you doing magic and a nigga know you doing spells and a nigga know you doing spiritual stuff, that's not really the look you're going for. Because most people that do magic and proficient about magic, you don't even know. Because it's that real. But you got to know how to do it. And the reason why we don't know how to do it is because you never see it. And the reason why you never see it is because it's done at night. And understanding to understand different totems. One of the major totems of sex magic, of the alchemy of the night, is the moon or goddesses. If gods rule the day, goddesses rule the night. When she put that loving on you, when do she put that? She be a whole different type of person at night. Or you can tune in and tap into nocturnal animals, things that just operate like possums, right? Raccoons. You could do your own research and resonate based upon your tribe, location, and understanding. But these particular totems, such as the moon, goddesses, nocturnal animals, these are things that will assist you with navigation during that of the astral world. Kyrie, what do you mean navigation of the astral world? That sounds like some BS and it makes absolutely no sense to me. How could one navigate the astral world? Do you navigate the material world or no? Yeah, I do navigate the material world. So why do I need a totem? Do you need a car to navigate the material world or no? Yeah, I do need a car to navigate the material world or a bus or something, because one thing I'm not going to be doing is walking. Okay, well, this is why you need to have particular totems to help you navigate the astral world. Because the issue with spiritual health is that most people are spiritually weak because they just completely don't understand it at all and they have no foundation. Guess what spirituality is for people? Community. But you could be in a community with a bunch of murderers. You ever think about that? There's no vetting in a spiritual community. There's no background checks. You're more liable to be around a crackhead and a murderer in a spiritual community. And then what? How are you going to explain that? You can't explain it. And in most spiritual groups, there is no spiritual understanding. There's no spiritual practice. There's no trying, no repetition and discipline, no focus on the purpose of the individual. How could I focus on the purpose of the individual within a group and that is counterculture to the group within itself? For everybody to say, so into my business. It's 100 people in this group, and every week we buy a product from each 100 each week. If it take us 2 years, and every 2 years you guaranteed to get 100 people so into your business. in the slew of the 2 years, people promote your business and spread your business around. No, that's not what the group is. The group is like a pyramid. It all goes to the top. The biggest thing is understanding that all astrology, all spirituality, all occultism, all ghosts, all spirits, all things that go bump in the night exists in the night. And most spirit in the day is just work. Because when you talk about spirituality, you're actually talking about spirits. And the last time I checked, spirits are not going to charge you any money. Do you understand that? If you had a relationship, we're talking about spirituality. First of all, the spirit is the breath. Second of all, if you have a relationship with a spirit, a real sincere relationship with a spirit, it's because you practice opening your mind to have a relationship with a spirit, for one. And for two, they're not going to charge you, because what are they going to do with the money? What can a spirit do with money? Now, when you talk human to human, a human is going to charge your ass. But you ain't going to be no more spiritual than you were before, because a human is not a spirit. A human is a human. A human can talk about a spirit and learn about a spirit, but a spirit is a spirit. And a spirit is an entity and an energy that you could develop relationships with, based upon having first a tool or a modality, such as a Ouija board or a tarot card, or and most people who are naturally gifted to talk to spirits are just generally crazy, right? Mostly crazy. But we gonna just act like some people can hear spirits in their head. But that should always, not to say that you don't hear spirits in your head, but that should be a natural progression of divination and working with tools. But when and where should you work with the tools? When you go to the tarot lady during the daytime, she gonna say, yeah, your life is messed up, but if you get a $300 cleansing, I'll make your life not messed up. It's all business during the day. Real magic and real spirituality is that in the dark, in the night, when the lights go off and the melatonin rises. Real magic is when you and your partner get horny, right? Real magic is when you go to sleep and you dream. How do you know that dreaming is real magic? Because you bend space, time, and some people can actually dream with skill. Now, most people will talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm giving you the game tonight, because if you learn how to sleep, would be the same as learning how to drive. Everybody goes to sleep. Just say everybody just drives and nobody gets taught how to drive. You remember the first time you drove? Some people could drive naturally good. Some people crashed the shit out the car, had to get it towed from the ditch. That would be most people. We strive off of instruction, and we strive off of having vehicles and modalities to assist us in real life. But we don't do it when we sleep, because we're not taught and trained it. And then we're given all of these spiritual concepts and we don't know when to utilize them. And maybe we do utilize them during the day, but they don't have the same oomph. If you listen to your favorite song in the daytime, it's not going to hit the same versus when you drive in on the late night and everything is okay. Because when you talk about melatonin, you're also talking about healing, but you're also talking about magic. So, as Black people, let's learn how to sleep blissfully and deeply, because that, listen, when you go to the doctor, them niggas is going to tell you to go to sleep. Because you're going to wake up, they're going to be like, do you feel any better? All right, cool. We're going to give you these pills so you can go back to sleep. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? Here go these sleeping muscle relaxers. Why? Because deep, blissful sleep is the healing, is the connection to the inner guidance system that Tri presents for us. It's that simple. But if you just fall into sleep like, sleeping on the couch, sleeping with your clothes on, got to start sleeping naked with no clothes on, making sure that the mattress is together, making sure that the sheets is clean. I told y'all, it's a nigga that you know that ain't changed his sheets since high school. Y'all in y'all 30s now. Niggas do not change sheets. That's just a joke. But I'm serious. So, in the reference of herbs, mugwort, valerian root, chamomile, lavender, those just fall on the top of my head. But investigate, we all got a secret herbalist, botanist within us. Don't give a shit about what a nigga is telling you about that shit. Man, they don't know what that herb going to do. Listen, if I was going to say, take this herb, because this herb is going to do this, I don't know that. I don't know your inner workings and body. What if I said it's going to heal your kidney and you ain't got no kidney? Then I'm an idiot. Why? Because when they say you need a medical doctor and all of that, it's some validity to that, because your doctor gonna know you. But I would say be your own doctor, right? If you don't get into that, maybe some people do get into that. No shame, no like whatever. Health is wealth, as far as I'm concerned, right? However, I'm gonna just say what worked for me, and then I'm gonna also see certain drug interactions. So I'm not gonna put nothing out that has a known drug interaction, right? And then I'm not even gonna say oh, you need to take this and this will work wonders and that, this, that, and the third. Nah, I'm not on that type of time. I hope that you do your own research and investigate what is good for you, because you would know better than I would know, right? Now, that's not to say, right, and we don't got them Cloud 9 nootropic microdose capsules at White Rabbit Psychedelics, you know what I mean? Uh, Things that do not have an interaction, ashwagandha and 5-HTP and psilocybin, right? These are microdose capsules. The keyword in microdose capsules is micro. So take one of these before bed. If you know anything about ashwagandha will relax you. 5-HTP will help you dream and remember your dreams. And the thing about nootropics, the thing about psilocybin is never to consistently just take it. You know what I mean? Generally, for me, right, I was at a point in time where I was not remembering my dreams. I wasn't remembering my dreams for shit. I would go to sleep and just wake up, go to sleep and just wake up. And, dreams was just a far off concept. Now, I took Cloud9 for about like a month, not even like a month straight, just whenever I thought about it actually. And it literally kick started my dreams again. And now I'm just like in this place that I love going to every night. Like, I don't know, it's this different planet. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'd be doing shit all the time. I'd be comfortable there. I'd be happy there. You know what I'm saying? I'd be having some real good dreams. But like I said, I don't have to take the Cloud9 to have the dreams, right? You take it up to a certain point and you will have a month supply, which would just be something that you would have in your medicine cabinet. It wouldn't be like something that you like, oh, I need to take this Cloud9 so I could just have these dope dreams. Because once again, you're dealing with psilocybin. And psilocybin, the reason that we do the psilocybin and infuse it with the herbs is because it prevents it from being overused. The same way if you have weed, right? And you put mugwort in your weed, you tend to like it's not like hitting just straight weed no more. It's kind of it's less of a thing to whereas you might smoke two blunts back to back, but you're not gonna smoke two mugwort and weed blunts back to back because of the herbs. It's a medicine. It brings it completely into the medicinal that you know what I'm saying? It just isn't something that I would just use all of the time. But since we talking about sleeping and we talking about night, I figured why not promote my fucking company? Why fucking not, right? Anyways, the same way you use herbs and supplements to start your day, whether it's coffee or 5 hour energy or Celsius, you should end your day with the same type of energy with herbs, supplements, and also burning herbs, man, before you go to sleep, burning sage, burning mugwort, um, whatever type of herbs you vibe with. Everybody have a guardian angel, which I find to be a tendency to vibrate to certain herbs, whether it's roses, lavender. Hey, why don't y'all do me a favor if y'all bored? Type in y'all favorite herb in the chat and let's see if y'all got any herbal twins. And like I said, if you join the Discord, which is the link in the description, there is no scamming. So just because y'all both like chamomile does not mean that y'all soulmates. It just means that y'all like chamomile because I asked y'all what's your favorite herb. So go ahead and find your herbal soulmate twin, why don't you, as we continue this conversation. One of the major points of nighttime alchemy is this. Men have, when your girl say she want to cuddle and you really don't want to cuddle because you want to, beat the walls down. For real, you really want to beat the walls down and she want to cuddle. You know what to do to combat that. You need to build the energy up. Brandon like the hibiscus. I fucks with the hibiscus. That's my Ganesha herb. Jerry like that basil and rosemary. See, everybody got a herb. I'm telling you, everybody got a herb. Clove, oh me like that clove. See, everybody got a herb, and it's so interesting how none of these herbs is not my favorite herb at all. Lavender, I love me some lavender, but my favorite herb, I'm not even gonna hold y'all, is roses. I love roses. Roses is number one. My number one herb is rose. I don't give a fuck. Number one plant. We talking about plant, herb, or root. What's your favorite one? What's your number one? Right? Everybody got a favorite one. That's your guardian angel. You should always keep that herb on deck. And nobody got to tell you that shit, bro. I'm telling you, that shit is in your DNA so deeply, bro. Nobody is ever going to be like, Oh, that's not your favorite herb. That can't be your favorite herb. Nobody can tell you that, bro. That's in your soul, bro. Yes, yes, I love it. Good old sage. Sage is one of the ones I ain't even gonna lie. Sage to me sound like neck bones. It smell like neck bones. It's like good old country soul food. Like I feel like I'm at home, you know. I love me some sage. But this message is for the men in doing sex magic. Now, it's preferred to have a partner, right? Because it's hard to do sex magic by yourself. It's not impossible, but it's hard because you would usually have to start to bring in different spirits, and it's just complicated. Now, it can get real complicated if you think with your lower head and not your higher head. Now, when you are doing a sex magic ritual, you and your partner should do everything, man, besides ejaculate. It's okay to even have sex, but do not come. Okay? Do not come because every time you come, you got to start like it's okay if you come, but you got to start the ritual over. So if you're doing a 7-day ritual, a 3-day ritual, a 20-day ritual, if you come within any of the defined time span, you got to start it over again. You gotta, because the thing about sex magic for a man, you gotta build up your energy. You gotta build up the way you want to make love to your woman is the same way you want to manifest your goals. Now, if you get your goals met every day, will be the same way as you have sex every day. How would you be able to want what you want out of life, even though you want it? See, you might want it up here, but down there, you getting it. If you having sex, your spirit is like, well, this nigga good. He don't need nothing else. We could just move on. I'm talking to the men here. Hold the nuts, but engage. Cause then when it hit day 3, day 4, day 5, the cuddling and the intimacy, you will understand how your woman feel. See, she wanna cuddle. She wanna be, in that energy with you. She might not even want to have sex because women already have kundalini. Men don't have kundalini because men don't need to have kundalini. Women need to have kundalini because kundalini is reproductive energy. The woman has to carry a child. That's kundalini energy. Men don't carry a child. So we have to catch up. You can't catch up to a woman by having sex with her, ejaculating with her, no matter what you know. Right? This is ethical, and this is knowing how to do it. When to do it, how to do it, because you beating the cheeks every night is just not going to cut it. Now, one of the main things that we talk about when we're talking about sex magic or ceremonial magic or ritual magic, when it comes to try, uh, we may have certain things in our lives that we want to make happen or whatever the case may be, because you're doing magic, right? You're doing magic, so you want to manifest something. You can't say I don't want to manifest nothing and my life is all together and let me do some ceremonial magic. You want to increase, you want to make your shit a little better. So don't fool yourself. Now, the issue with this is that you might focus on the problem. You might focus on the circumstance. You might even focus on your present finances. But we're talking about a specific time. We're talking about nighttime before you go to sleep. You burnt your herbs, you set your intentions, you're preparing for bed. What are you going to focus on? You're going to focus on the solution. This is much different. This is so much different. This is so much different than just going to sleep. And I'll explain in the next slide, but just stay here for a second. The first T in try is trust. So trust in the magical process is also trust in the solution, but that's an energetic vibration that you can only fool. You think you fooling somebody and you ain't fooling nobody. When you truly believe in the process, you truly believe in the solution, and the problem might have created the solution, but we're as magician, as occultists, as spiritualists, we are knee deep in the solution, so much so that the problem is no longer discussed. Even if we realize the problem and understand the problem and everybody around us know the problem, when we create a magical mindset for ourselves, we no longer focus on the problem. And then we say, well, I don't know the solution. You focus on the solution, nigga, like you know the solution already. Why? Because we are working with our subconscious mind. We are impacting our subconscious mind. You cannot impact the subconscious mind through thoughts. However, you can impact the subconscious mind. This book right here, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. You impact your subconscious mind as you go to sleep. It is in the book. Don't take my word for it. The book is under $15. The Power of the Subconscious Mind, Dr. Joseph Murphy. To impact your subconscious mind, you sleep on it. And you don't sleep on it in a reference to a problem. And you're going to do this. And you're going to normalize it because it's our program factory setting. The reason that we're trying is because we are attacking our subconscious mind, altering our subconscious mind, and feeding our subconscious mind nothing but solution-based thinking. So even if you don't know the solution, you don't have to tell your subconscious mind that you don't know the solution, because sleeping is the healing. Letting go is the healing. Submitting is the healing. I'm not only a client, I'm the president of submitting it, handing it over to God, because God knows what to do. I don't know what to fucking do. I just know how to give it. I just know how to escalate it. So, if you are focused on the problem, if you are focused on lack, if you are focused on limitation, you are limiting yourself. And then, since you are limiting yourself, you're limiting your purpose. Now, the reason that this is a problem is because the essence of you, the DNA of you, is much more powerful than your problems, circumstances, your lacks. But if you focus on your lack, if you focus on your limits, and then want to do magic, guess what you're going to do magic on? You're going to do a lack magic, limitation magic. Whatever you focus on is going to expand. If you focus on the problem, you're going to get more of a problem. This is why you have to focus on the solution even if you don't know the solution. So if it's the world's biggest problem, you have to say, oh man, I'll figure it out. I know I'll figure it out. I always do. I'm going to just sleep on it. When you go to sleep, you're going to unify your conscious mind with your higher self. Your higher self is going to say, boom, bam, whoopity, boom, bam, dippity, doom, damn. You're going to wake up and you're just going to do boom, bam, dippity, doo, damn. And you've been through shit. You've been stressed out over shit before and you made it out. How did you make it out all of the situations that you didn't think you was going to make it out of? That whole process that I just told you. When you sleep, sleeping is the healing, and it has been doing it. Now we're going to try and do it consciously and do it on purpose. We're going to do it for real. We're not just going to be like, damn, that's amazing how that happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened and I'm grateful. No, this is how we're talking science, facts, truth, trust. So the goal of try, when you're trying to get past this proverbial glass ceiling and get to the ultimate level of manifesting where you are in the realms of prosperity and bliss, right? It's one thing to have all of the money in the world, but if you're not happy with your soul, you can, make 40, 50,000, right? And be cool because you making love to the woman that you love or the man that you love and you at peace with your soul. You can have all of the money in the world and be too busy to even be in the space to be receptive of God's love because you want to be in the fight or flight of the situation. So when we're doing this spiritual stuff, give me 1 second. But when it comes to what you can have and how you can live, there is no limit to that. There's no limit to the life that you can live, especially if you practice repetitious ceremonial magic during the nighttime and you don't tell nobody and don't nobody know. You just work with your ancestors, work with your soul, and you trust the magical process. And you ain't hoping that people validate you and kiss you on the ass and pat you on the butt and tell you that you good. It's a lot of times where I don't talk to nobody for a long time. And I used to be a little weary of it. I used to be a little uneasy about it until I realized that was the time and the energy for me to deal with my soul, for me to just contemplate and reflect and be at peace with whatever is going on in my life. And it's magic in just knowing the solution, but not knowing the solution, but you just know that there's a solution somewhere. It's magic in that. It's peace in that. It's truth in that. Now, why would anybody want to take part in the process of try? Right? What is the difference between sleeping and trying? Well, sleeping, going to sleep and waking up, having a dream, journaling it, or maybe not journaling it, skewing more than maybe not journaling it, right? Is the factory setting that human beings just get like a iPhone that you just get off the box, right? You don't do no editing, don't do no nothing. Same ringtone, just same everything. Never do the home screen, lock screen. Everything is just basics. Now, it might be cool for your phone, But when it comes to human nature, the modality to manifest and to tap into your wealth is just not there in the factory settings. The information is never concise, it's never clear, it's never pertaining to when to do it and how to do it and why to do it, because most spirituality is connected to humans. And humans, they just want to make a quick buck. And I understand it because I'm a human too. I understand that more than anybody. But at the same time, for those who have ears that can hear, the information is right there. And I'm sharing it with you, and I'm just speaking basic English, right? And with that, you would either be impatient to listen and learn, or too lazy to burn herbs and prepare yourself for the nighttime journey, and which the darkness creates the light. Dark matter, dark magic. That is the world. Melanin. That is the world. We love melanin. And we, say the melanin is popping, but really the melanin is a way for us to change our reality or change those factory settings. Now, how does one change the settings? Right? How do you get to the settings of life? You don't do it in the beta set of mind. You do it in the dream world. You do it at the night. You do it by herbs, spells, rituals, ceremony, and feel free to go crazy. Do it for real, and don't tell nobody shit. You ain't gotta tell nobody you cut a chicken head open. If your spirit said, "Ooh, girl, you need to get a live chicken and cut the head off," I think you should do that. Just don't tell nobody. Just follow your spirit. And when the chicken is going to the north and the north is giving you your proper divination and do what you need to do, just don't tell nobody. When you start telling somebody, yeah, the reason that I'm up north is because I followed the chicken, now niggas is gonna look at you like you crazy. They gonna start judging you, right? And refusing medical attention when you get sick or something. Like, no, you should have cut a chicken open. Like, wait a second, why are you even saying that? Because we might want people to understand us. We might want to connect with people, and that's fine and well and good. But my thing is, don't force it. Don't force it. If you attract it through ritual, and you've been doing rituals, and you've been doing spells, and you had a lot of shit, a lot of energy built up. You've been doing the sex magic work. You've been focusing on the solution, and things have been changing for you. Then good. But if you ain't been doing shit and you just been buying shit and being strung along by scam artists, you need to wake the fuck up. You need to take the power in your own hands, cause ain't nobody that's gonna do a ritual for your black ass. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. Ain't nobody gonna do this shit for you. I'm gonna talk to my ancestors and your ancestors too. It don't work like that. I'm talking to my soul, Quanisha's soul over here. If you want to talk to you, oh, it don't work like that. Even when you get a reading, I'm just your subconscious mind talking to you at that particular point. That's all I am. And then a person be like, "Do you remember you did that reading a couple months ago?" No, I do not. I do not even know your name. I was not there. Kyrie was not there. I told y'all I'm a channel. I might channel goddamn Pascal Beverly Randolph, or I might channel you to you. That's all I'm gonna do. Girl said, "Oh yeah, I want to do this. I want to do that." Right after I said it, how I know she want to do this and want to do that? I don't know. She know. She just afraid to do what her spirit told her to do. So now she got to get a reading, and all I'm gonna do is say the shit that her spirit been telling to her for years, or to him for years. That's what I've been doing. Anytime I did a reading with anybody, it's been you talking to you, and I haven't been there. That's why when you do book a reading, you pay for one. Because some people be doing the Patreon readings. Like, I'm not going to just read. That's for Patreon. That's for Patreon. Like, if you didn't talk to me, like, it ain't free. So people will be like, yeah, I signed up for the Patreon reading. He ain't doing reading. He's horrible. Man, I can't. I literally don't have a minute to myself. If it ain't scheduled, it don't really exist for me. That's how it's been for years. But with all of that being said, it's all about you and you at the end of the day. Whenever you around people, you only seeing reflections of yourself. Whenever you get a reading, it's only your subconscious mind reflecting back to you the energy that they've been telling you. And that's when you know the difference between a beneficial reading versus somebody blowing smoke up your ass. If it's a whole bunch of new information that you ain't know or even understood, 10 times out of 10, they blowing smoke up your ass. However, if it's confirming things that you already intuitively knew, that's a good ass reading. Because everybody want this super, like, if you get an amazing reading, what is that going to do for you? Besides say, I got this amazing reading. But if you are on your purpose and you just want to know what you should do or if you on the right purpose, then it's cool to get a reading, but the easier thing is to tune into yourself. You tune into yourself much more easily at night. You tune into yourself much more easier if you have a cauldron, you have herbs, you have charcoal, and you have a regular routine of burning herbs, specific herbs to the energy that's going to facilitate you in your spiritual growth and development. Whether you burning sage or burning herbs or burning roots or burning flowers is going to be relative to your subconscious mind, but follow those promptings, do this work at night, be consistent, repetitious, and disciplined in your magic, in your ceremony. We're going to talk more about building up ceremonies and what it actually looked like, what a ceremony looks like in real terms. There's been enough cross referencing based upon my own intuition and things that I've read in books to get a fairly clear understanding of how to do ceremonies and rituals and how to open things and close things. But like I said, if y'all want any other information related to this types of things such as magic and spirit, the best place to go is to the White Rabbit. Click on the archive link, scroll all the way down to the bottom, keep scrolling, 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 and find Magic Banishing. Read this article. This is the first step to all magical procedures. If you want to learn about sigil magics and, of course, the foundations of sex magic, all of these articles is free, but these give you much more of a basic understanding of magic and what to do. But I'll get more into it in a ways in the next articles in upcoming videos. Hopefully this video was enjoyable to you. Hopefully you was able to learn and garner some real game on how to tap in to this magic, right? My name is Kyrie Anthony, also known as the Hood Mystic. You can visit my website, columbianexchange.com, get you some herbs. You can visit my other website, whiterabbitpsych.com, get you some supplements to assist with this nighttime journey. Speaking of this nighttime journey, I'm getting to that time where I'm about to take my own personal nighttime journey, and that requires me to do some preparation. So, with that being said, I'm going to sign out for the night. But be sure to subscribe. Make sure you like the video if you like it. Tell people about it. Like I said, you can go to the Substack hit the leaderboard button, copy the link, share it on your socials. The more referrals you get, the cheaper the Substack is. And it'll be a cool thing, I think, to bring more people into the Substack, which brings more people into the information. The more the merrier. It's already like 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people already subscribed to the Substack. So let's keep this thing growing, growing, and growing, and growing. It supports the channel. And it also supports me and my family. So for free, $5 a month, share the link. Whatever you can do to support the channel is greatly appreciated. Much love from me and my family. And with that being said, I'm signing out. Peace.